funeral home being sued for illegally selling human remains. Andrew Gilliam doing drugs with a male prostitute cheating on his wife and family. That all the millions of dollars we raised for the people affected by the bushfires in Australia has maybe vanished. I've spoken to a few people whose houses burnt down and they haven't seen a cent. Where did the money raised go, I wonder? CRISPR was just successfully injected into a live patient to treat genetically caused blindness. The DOJ just asked for emergency powers to indefinitely detain people without trial. That's pretty concerning to me. If you're interested in the details, here is a link to an article. Harvey Weinstein getting convicted and going to prison. I feel like everyone just blew over that one. Egypt and Ethiopia are close to going to war due to Ethiopia building a dam on the Nile River. Ethiopia is diverting some water and limiting water flow to Egypt. The Ethiopian government is refusing to honor previous agreements made that detail the rate at which they will fill the lake behind their dam, and they refuse to negotiate any further with the Egyptians. Major earthquakes happen in capital of Croatia, Zagreb, last Sunday. Earthquakes are still happening and a big part of the city is damaged. A lot of hospitals were also damaged. Our babies were born in a snow, people are left homeless. And the one who are still in their homes are afraid what will happen next. In my part of the world, Indonesia's President Joko Widodo is mourning the death of his mother, aged 77. The fact scientists discovered a new dinosaur that was the size of a hummingbird, and they also found a new planet behind Pluto in our solar system. Edit, thank you to all the kind people who pointed out that the new planet they found is actually an exoplanet. That PG&E was responsible for the California fires, and plead guilty to manslaughter of 84 people. Only 2 days ago, and already slid off the front page. The 2020 census. I haven't seen anything about it, but I got mine in the mail 2 weeks ago. Someone has made a 1-to-1 meter scale map of the Earth in Minecraft. You can teleport to the block coordinate of where you live. For me at least, this is something I've waited for, probably for almost a decade. How your liberties and freedoms are being destroyed in the US by both parties getting ready to pass the Patriot Act 2.0, called the Earn IT Act. While you're distracted by all this, you'd think two parties that hate each other, working together would be newsworthy. Especially if it was about to destroy any remaining privacy you had left. But I guess not. Continue panicking. Germany accepting suicide as a basic human right. The full phone call between Kanye West and Taylor Swift from 2016 leaked, and it's been the only thing my Twitter has been talking about. COVID, Kanye West is over, COVID. The second person in history has been cured of HIV. Not treated, cured, as in they no longer have it. This is a huge step in making HIV/AIDS a curable disease. It was a death sentence. If you had it, you could only count your days. After Keith Haring, a very successful artist that died from AIDS, donated a large portion of his net worth to HIV/AIDS research and started the Keith Haring Foundation that focuses on AIDS research and education, it became something people could live with, and was no longer an inevitable death. Now, 2 people have had their HIV cured. This is the start of something big. If HIV/AIDS can soon be cured as easy as other STIs, then Keith Haring, Freddie Mercury, and everyone else that have died from AIDS complications will be able to rest easy. The natives in Canada are still mad about the pipeline, but no one cares anymore. My daughter lost her Peppa Pig doll. It's a pretty localized emergency, but apparently it takes precedence over everything else. I'm locked in the bathroom now, self-isolating, hoping this will all be over soon. The nearly 2-year-long Ebola outbreak in the tree has ended. The last patient to be treated has survived. Maybe, in the science realm of news, the asteroid that will pass by on the 28th of April. Putin making it legal for him to continue to be president until 2032. The concentration camps holding 2 million Muslims in China. The Great Barrier Reef is getting hit by its third major bleaching event in the last 5 years. The nth room sex crime case in Korea. Please read about it if you can. It's absolutely horrifying. Edit, wow, did not expect this many responses. First time I've ever received so many replies. I see that some of you want to know more details, so I will leave a link to a blog post that someone posted on Naver. It's detailed summary of what it's all about. But, please do not read if you can't handle graphic content. It's very violent and sexual content, and I don't want to trigger anyone. Read with a strong heart. Kenny Rogers passing. Country leaders trying to secure their position as heads of state for unlimited duration. Example, Russia and Ukraine. Edit, okay guys, like many people have pointed out in the comments, Ukraine is not one of the countries pulling this shit. I kinda mixed up Ukraine and Hungary, so yeah, that happened, shushing face. ISIS bombs Sikh place of worship in Afghanistan. Edit, thank you for the awards. Edit 2, for everyone mentioning my previous edit. I am Sikh myself, so it touches my heart that so many people care about this. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I think the Hong Kong protests would still be pretty big. Earthquake in Zagreb 3 days ago. Corona and earthquake damage are two news in the news. New Zealand recently passing laws legalizing abortion. We're about to lose the Amazon rainforest to a perpetual feedback loop that will turn it into savanna. But nobody is talking about it. One of the main routes into downtown Seattle, the West Seattle Bridge, was closed yesterday because cracks in support beams made it structurally unsound. It will take several months to fix and will not reopen until it's done. This would normally destroy the entire Seattle commute, but it happened right now, so it's barely even a blip on the local news. Genocide in Myanmar. It's been going on for a while, and only recently has there been a vote on if it's a problem. In Scotland, former First Minister being cleared of rape charges. Deleted. Prince Andrew being a paedophile. No one talks about that anymore. That Putin changed his country's constitution so he can be president until 2036. The Lori Vallow/Chad Daybell case is still alive and well. Nike, Adidas and Apple products being produced by Uyghurs in concentration camps. Prince Andrew trying to defend his ass. Yes, the Hong Kong protests are still ongoing. Pornhub Premium is currently free for everyone. I know this is COVID-19 related, but the pubs are shut here in Ireland. The pubs are shut in Ireland. You know when Wile E. Coyote runs off a cliff, and is hanging in midair with feet still spinning desperately? That's what this feels like. Isn't the US government trying to take away encryption right now? Bill Gates leaving Microsoft. The former King of Spain and his Swiss accounts. Brexit. I almost miss it. Probably the oil price war actually. Saudi Arabia is trying to force the Russians into cutting production since they won't play ball with OPEC+, and US shale might pay the price as we need high cost for this entire industry to function. Nth room case in Korea. Telegram porno sexual slavery ring with 74 victims including underage girls. The Telegram groups has estimated at least 10 to 30,000 subscribers. The nth room perpetrators are accused of luring victims, including minors, into sending sexually explicit photos and videos. In some cases, this escalated to using blackmail to force victims into increasingly violent acts, including sexual assault. Absolutely disgusting. I'm surprised that this news didn't get bigger internationally. Edit, reporters at Cook Manilbo observed about 25,000 users across 30 such chat rooms. It's already spring. The earthquake in Zagreb. China trying to extend its reach further into the South China Sea. 2020 presidential election, Afghanistan, Syria war, China and USA trade wars, and pretty much all of South America. Tom Brady has quit the New England Patriots and signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Deleted. The US government wanting to ban end-to-end encryption. The insider trading scandal in Congress. IT Act. The government is trying to basically ban encryption and start imprisoning website owners if their users say the wrong things. That guy that was the second person ever to be cured of HIV. Weinstein. The bill Congress is trying to push through to end encryption, voter suppression, the list could go on. The locusts in Africa. Well, probably not in American news. But it's still pretty big news. Emo. Deleted. The 2020 presidential election.